Okay, now today I'm gonna work on this. Got a little rust hole here in the bottom of the vent chamber, whatever you call this. This is where the air comes in through the cowl up on top, comes down through here, and there's a vent on the inside that opens up and lets air blow in. And over the years, I'm sure it's full of old leaves and probably rat nests and everything else, I wouldn't doubt. So it's rusted it out. But what we're going to do, we're going to cut this off and replace this piece. I don't have one made for this, but we're going to make one. There's a line. Okay, now I think before we cut out our other piece, we need to cut this out first and make sure that we get above the rust. Wow. Yeah. See, I knew there was all kinds of junk in there. Look at that. It's probably about 50 years of stuff that's accumulated in there. One thing I think kind of helped this is it's wet. Because if that had been dry, I mean, a bunch of old sticks and leaves and stuff, most of it turned to dirt over the chinks, but you could have a fire there. Wow. We're going to remedy this from happening again. I'm not going to let anything get in there. I'm going to put a screen on the top. Okay, there needs to be, yep, there's a hole back there. Drain hole. Cleaned it up real good with a wire brush. Took some of this rubber coating and sprayed it all back in there. You notice I went all the way up to here. And what I'm thinking about doing, instead of welding a plate on there, I was thinking I'll just cut one out to fit right here, and I'll use screws to put it in. And that way, if I ever want to get back in there and clean that back out, all I got to do, take those screws, well, I have to take the fender off, but take those screws out, pull the stuff out. Make it a whole lot easier. So, there's our piece. Let's see how it fits. I think it'll work. Yeah, I may trim this a little. Trim back here some, but I'm going to let that dry. Okay, here we go. Got it kind of cleaned up a little bit. Edges rounded off. So now it'll fit a little bit better. just like that. But before I screw this on, I'm going to flop it over on this side, on that truck bed, and cut out another one. The reason I'm going to do that is because I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. And I know I need the same exact piece. So, here we are. Okay, so there we go. We got two of them. And they're almost mirror images. They may be a little different. I mean, they were hand cut, so they're not going to be perfect. But, all right, let's see how those fit. There we go. Okay, there we go. That's our plate that covers this up, and whenever we need to empty it, because one of these days it may have to be emptied, all you got to do is take these screws out, pull this off, reach back in there, and scoop it out. Now we're going to do the same thing on the other side and be done with it. Okay, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change the door skins. In order to get the door apart, first off, you have some clips on these handles. Okay, first off, to get both these handles work the same way, but you can see there's a little clip in there. And the way I do it, there is a special tool you can buy, but and usually you don't lose the clip. I just lost the clip, but I've got a whole pack of them. That's all there is. The little clip just goes on here, and it holds the knob on by clipping into this little recess right here. So once you get that one off, got another one here. There it is. Okay, the clip itself is this piece right here. And yeah, that actually clips on like that. See how the little ears are sticking inside of there? That's what grabs onto this or this. Okay. Then there's usually screws. Well, I mean, these are screws, but there's usually like Phillips screws that you got to take loose. This is not, of course, this is not the original door panel. It's just a piece of plywood I cut out to fit. And there we go. The way these are put on, it wraps around. The metal comes down and it wraps around a little lip right here. So we're going to try to cut that where it's wrapped around. The handle wouldn't come off. They got bolts rusted. So let's see what we can do. This part in here is holding. I think I can take the grinder and kind of cut that out a little bit. Seems like something released there. I think so. Okay, I didn't even grind anything on the bottom. I don't think I'll have to. Yeah. I may have to grind a little bit on this one part. Right here. The rest of it's pretty much rusted out on the bottom. And we'll just open the door. Door skin. Okay. Yeah. We got a little bit more work to do on this too. Let me show you that. Yeah. This is what happens in 50 years, I guess. Poor old girl. Probably should have just went ahead and ordered this, but well, I guess we'll probably build this part, I guess. Yeah. Here's my lock handle. That has been gone for about a couple of years. Supposed to go down and lock the door somewhere here. Apparently, about there maybe? No. Oh, I see it. It goes down. And right down there it is. And I need to get a clip to go in it. Maybe it goes this way. How in the world would you ever get that in if you didn't have the door panel off? Wow, okay. Anyway, we got other stuff to do. Okay, there's the old door skin right there. And here's the new one. And you can see it just kind of goes on like that. And then you got to take these and fold up under with a hammer and dolly. So you can still get in by pushing that button. If your door handle gets missing, you can still reach in there and do that. But one of these old trucks, so actually I've had the button come out before. The button right here, well, it didn't come out, it kind of fell back in there, and you could still stick your finger back in there and get your finger on that button and push it and then pull the door open. But it was kind of a pain in the butt. I'm not going to put the handle and lock back in yet. Actually, I don't think I'm going to put this panel on yet. Simply because with all this rust down here, this bottom part of the door has got to be replaced. There's no way getting around it. And it's the same thing on the other door. Actually, the other door is worse than this one. So I'm going to replace that bottom part of the door. It comes up to right about here. I guess the hinge part, the hinge part is still okay. So I'll probably cut like that and then bring it down through here. But yeah, I'm going to have a door bottom, because there's nothing left. As you can see, it's just gone. Well, it's stronger than I thought, because I thought it would just break off with a couple but I was going to break it after I started. All right, there is that part. So I'm guessing that's going to be about it for the video for today. I'm going to cut the other door, the door panel off, or door skin. That way I got both of them cut off and ready to go to put back on. But I can't do nothing with that. I mean, I suppose I could try to make something, but it's not going to look right. And the whole point of getting this whole skin was so that the door would look new. Because if I just used the door bottom and had to stitch across like I did with my cab corners, didn't have a choice with the cab corners, you know. But if I had to do that all the way across these doors, they wouldn't look right. I mean, I could get them bondoed in, but I really don't want much bondo at all. I even hate the fact that I have to have it in this. But it's just going to be a real thin skim coat, so it should be fine. But alrighty, I'm just going to play around with that other door a little bit. And that's going to be about it for now. Thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next one.